good times. But yeah, I have a few scars from some crazy stuff. And I know you
So
brought up
okay,
the whole like people's heads going through glass and stuff like that. Well, that was me.
Wait, okay, you can't leave it there. What happened?
Yeah,
What was,
that was
what?
me. Um, actually, I have some scars all over my head and eye and stuff from that.
Okay.
Almost cut off my finger too. I don't know if you can see the scar
Oh,
there.
you can see the scar. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Um.
So that.
So, I want everybody to take a guess. Who do you think I was rolling with?
And well, I'll speak for everyone. Was it Monkey?
You bet. So it was really strange because Professor Shaw Franco had when we were the first academy he had was on Bathurst, north of Lawrence,
Okay.
and then everybody put monkey. uh, and he moved to what we call the dungeon. He moved to a basement, like a basement place. Pretty small. It was a small place, man. Uh, on Young Street, north of Lawrence. Right, so he
Okay.
just moved from Bathurst over to Lawrence, from Bathurst to Young.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird thing is, he brought the old place had a garage door, and
Okay.
somehow I don't know if it's that garage door and another garage door, but he brought that garage door into the new place.
Oh, okay.
But he was using it kind of like as a divider, you know, but it was also
Okay.
capable of opening it up. And this was
Right. So
in
you can
the
split the
basement.
room.
It was
Yeah.
indoors. Like it wasn't
Okay.
like
I see. I see.
the purpose of the garage door wasn't to be a garage door. It was just a
It's just split the
divider.
mat in half. Yeah.
It was
Okay.
like a divider, and it
Yeah.
was between like the area where you would sit, like the sitting area, the where we would hang out, and then the mat area,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I think for the most part, it was kept open, you
Okay.
know. And keep in mind you're rolling, but the like the third half of the bottom of the door wasn't glass. It wasn't see through. It was like metal.
Right.
It
Right.
was
Right.
closed. It was only
Mm-hmm.
about like belly height, maybe a little bit higher, that the glass came into play. So you can see
Oh,
into the counter where people come in and where we would sit and hang out. You can
so you can
see in,
watch
and you can
classes,
see.
but you can also be
Yeah,
sitting.
exactly, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So Monkey and I, we were having one of our epic battles where nobody's giving an inch, and
Mm-hmm.
that happened quite often.
For some context, jiu-jitsu or was this like MMA
No,
sport?
this is jiu-jitsu gi.
Okay.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
training in a gi,
Okay.
and we've had roles where like nobody wants to give up anything, and luckily for me back then it was competitive. Right now, now not so much. Like he eventually passed everybody in skill and ability, but back then I could still hold my own a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, I believe either he came up on me off from the bottom from the guard. So I think that either that or somehow, or we were arguing somehow for a takedown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I went to like push him off, almost like stiff arm. I
Yeah.
went to push him off and I turned, but I
Oh.
was too close to the window. So when I turned and I tried to fight off, my head went through the glass. And
Okay.
luckily for me, my head and arm went through the glass.
Yeah.
That's why I cut my
Uh-huh.
finger. And and luckily for me, Monkey grabbed me and pulled me back because we were in the
Right.
gi. So he grabbed me and pulled me back. You know, but Shaw's like, of course, he was on the other side, and we were just training. It wasn't like a class or anything like that. It was like maybe after we were all rolling
I'll
and
say,
stuff.
God
So
bless. Like, could you imagine just sitting there and just watching
yeah,
you
no,
fly through a window?
I could have gone over or even cut my belly and stuff like that. So I'm very
Mm-hmm.
fortunate that he pulled me back. But I was so pissed off, man. I was so mad, because
Because he wasn't going to
I'm
get that
like this,
takedown.
in the corner, and I'm bleeding all over my hand, and then my fingers cut, and then I'm bleeding all over
Mm-hmm.
the floor, and then I'm like telling Monkey, just give me a minute, man. Just give me a minute. We're gonna go back at it. You know, I was so pissed off that we couldn't keep going because it was one of those really good ones. You know, a really really good roll. Like we were having a good time. And I was like so mad. I was like, no, no, give me a minute. Just give me a towel. We're good. We're good. We're good. Shaw looks at me. Of course, Shaw was always the voice of reason for all of us because we were crazy. Shaw was a really, really good voice of reason for a lot of the times. Like, no, you're not. You're done. Like, no, no, I'm good. I'm good. No, dude, you're done. Like you're bleeding all over the place. So, we ended up like getting dressed and stuff like that. And Monkey took me to the hospital. I ended up with some stitches in my eye and some stitches on my finger.
Oh
Acted
my
like
God,
a
it's
acted
hilarious.
acted like a total baby because I hate needles.
Oh, fair enough.
So I acted like such a baby. Of course, Monkey's laughing at me and making fun of me. Yeah, good times.
So you didn't get the takedown. You weren't close. Just give me 2 seconds. It's just a flesh
I
wound.
wanted to keep going, man. Yeah, exactly. I was like, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Shaw's like, Professor Shaw's like, no way, you crazy bastard. You're done.
Fair
It was
enough.
good.
And then that, oh man,
I was more mad about not being able to continue than the fact that I was like cut and bleeding all over the place.
that's wild. How long were you off?
Not very long, man. No, a few days.
A few days? Yeah, go figure. A few days of stitches, eh? Oh, healed up quick.
Few
Okay.
days and tape it and go.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe that actually happened. I thought it was
Yeah,
just
right.
hyperbole. I was like, oh, it's like someone actually like cracked the windows. Like, no, you flew through and had to go to the
No, no,
hospital.
my head and arm went through, and then Monkey pulled me back. Yeah.